Good morning. Welcome to the Friday safety meeting. Hope everybody has had a good week. Once again, with Veterans Day this week, I want to thank everybody for their service, all of our vets out there. I did post a list of giveaways that we did for all of our vets. So if you saw your name on there, next time you're through the yard, don't forget to pick up your gift. They're all going to be, you can pick those up downstairs at the desk with Becky. A couple of things this week I want to talk about is with the holidays coming up, I know that we're going to see an increase in crime, not just with trucking, but everywhere. It's hard times, and people are getting desperate. So just a couple of reminders. Don't leave your load unattended for any reason. If you have to, make sure you get with your fleet manager to make sure that that load is okay. Unfortunately, we've had some instances recently, so we want to make sure that we're always parking at a well-lit truck stop. Make sure that it is a secure area, well-lit. If possible, park where there's cameras facing. Get yourself backed into an area where you're up against a fence, perhaps, so that it's not like an open field behind you. Again, if you have a dash cam, keep it running while you're sleeping. Anything that we can do to protect our equipment and to protect that load. If you get out there on the internet, you can see a list of truck stops that are listed as being unsafe. I know there's tons of them. I'm not going to list them all, but a couple of things to remember. According to the FBI, most dangerous states as far as cargo theft is concerned: Florida, Delaware, Texas, Kentucky, and Tennessee have the highest rates of cargo theft. The cities that rank the highest: Detroit, Memphis, and Birmingham. So if you have a load going through those cities, try and make sure that you're stopping on the outskirts, that we're not stopping in a high crime area. Do your research, do your planning, make sure that we're thinking ahead about where we need to stop for our breaks, to try and make sure that we're stopping somewhere safe, secure, and that we're always keeping our mind on our equipment and our load. If you have any questions, don't ever hesitate. Contact safety, contact Ryan or I, or get with your fleet manager in regards to a good place to stop. I think that's all I've got. I hope everybody has a safe week. Keep an eye out on the weather and drive safe. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm so close to the camera and I talk really loudly, so you might need to turn your phones down a little. For this week, we actually had one clean inspection and we had two that were not. Of the two that were not, we knew about these ahead of time. We were prepared. But for the one that we did get clean, I want to give a shout out to Roberto Lynch. Roberto's pretty new, does a great job out there, and got the only clean inspection this week. So thank you very much. I hope everybody can hear better this week as well. I'll take all the feedback we can get. We moved it up to operations. Everybody's still in here, but unfortunately you only get to see me. With hours of service, I've had a lot of people that have called this week with issues saying, well, I'm not getting my hours back. I'm not getting my hours back. If you are doing a split sleeper berth break, once that's completed and you've driven your time and you're now going to be operating under the usual 10-hour break, please make sure that you uncheck that box, because if you keep it checked, it's going to keep calculating a split. So instead of getting a full 14, you might only get back 7 or 8 hours for that day. And operations is probably not going to be too pleased if we're shorting ourselves, 3 hours of drive time every day because we're not unchecking that box. And if you've got any questions on that, give me a call. I'll go over it with you, and we can get through it. But it's something that needs to be done so we can ensure on time and safe delivery. From the shop, please make sure you're checking your brakes on your truck and on your trailers. With the weather getting much colder, the air leaks, it's that time of the year again. So please, that should be part of your pre-trip or every time you're doing a drop and hook to pick up a trailer. If you do see something, say something. We'll get that fixed, because if you are stopped by DOT and you have brakes that are leaking, you will be put out of service. And for those of you that don't know, those are the worst violations that you can get. They never just give you a slap on the wrist. They'll put you out of service, have to get a tow truck out there, and it'll have to be fixed before you can physically leave. So please keep that in mind. I want to give a shout out again for clean inspections that we got during October. Our CSA scores are improving slowly but surely. It took the Cubs 108 years, but it might not take us that long. We are finally starting to get our heads above water a little bit, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So during the month of October, we got 18 clean inspections. Obviously, with COVID, we're not getting inspected as much as we usually do, for this time last year, but we'll take all the clean inspections we can get. So, y'all have already heard these already, but I want to reiterate to the folks that are out there getting clean inspections. George Jacques, Keith Morris, Keith Levings, Jaime Martinez, Robert Cole, Josue Santander, Danny Bosuto, Cassie Hurd, Nisa Martin, Scott Brown, Teron Holt, Greg Morris, Thomas Schreck, Jose Ortiz, Aaron Brown, Jason Crapel, Stan Snyder, and Lee Jones. Thank you so much. You guys single-handedly helped us improve from month to month, and like I said, we'll take all those that we can get. Well, we're finally making improvement and taking steps in the right direction. So I sincerely appreciate that. And everybody that has a pre-pass and pays for it out there on the road, that are your coworkers and teammates, will appreciate that as well. Missing trailers. They have just upped the bounty on these missing trailers. I believe they were $200. Now it's $1,000. So if you can locate any of these 3 trailers, that will be a smooth grand in your pocket. Tenant trailer 10070, and then the other 2 are Trekker trailers, V6005 and V6103. Once again, if you find these trailers, that is $1,000. So I don't know about you, but I'd be on the lookout. There's a new Love's being added on I-57. This is a corridor we travel often. It's north of Effingham. It's in a small town called Tuscola. So if you're headed up to Chicago, or if you're heading back from Chicago, and you know what Chicago does to your hours, you will have a place just a few hours out where you'll be able to stop, get a bite to eat, park for your break. Truck stops are kind of few and far between up there, especially finding parking spots. So that will help out a little bit. Amy, once again, she said the Veterans Day prizes are here. Please, if you get through the yard, come get one, and thank you for your service once again. It's just a small token of our appreciation for everything that you've done for us and for our country. And last thing I want to cover is our Epic View trial. I haven't gotten many questions here lately about it, but I also haven't been plugging it in the safety meeting. So if you are interested in an Epic View, there is a free trial. You can contact John at 3507 or Becky at 3108, and they will be here until supplies last. That's really all I've got. I hope everybody has a safe and productive weekend. If there's anything you need, let me know. Thank you.